Hello and good morning. Here we are at the railway again. Got a proper bus rally going on there at the moment. They add a little bit to the atmosphere, don't they? So we got the little R1 train set there with the two green suburban carriages there, the Hornby 00 set. I've got a new sent off for some doors for the goods shed. So I've got doors, I've got additional drain pipes, but I don't need them because I've got both of them. I just need windows, 3 windows and a door for this end now, so I'll get those soon. So yeah, I was going to show you these two because these are two nice sort of recent, well, this, last 20 years, nice shunting engines. I think they both originate with Daypole, these designs. So, and Hornby haven't really, at this point, they hadn't actually changed them at all, I don't think. Same motor and everything. So let's get the private Colliery locomotive, what do you call these? Is it a J93? Something like that. I've forgotten. I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, it's J94. A few digits out there. So we'll get this one going. It's in quite a nice sort of dark red livery. A little bit of a noise going on with the gearbox in this, but it has been lubricated, and I expect it will sort of wear in, as they say, and get a little bit quieter. But these gears are going round quite quickly, even at a slow speed, so it's geared right down, quite low geared. And I suppose that's about the right speed for a shunting locomotive like this, that probably would have spent all its life within the confines of a colliery. I think this one was, I think it was in Yorkshire somewhere up north, this one. I've forgotten the name of it now. Wims Private Railway or something. But it was part of the National Coal Board as well, so it was owned by them, but I think they kept their sort of status as a private company within that organisation. So it's got good detail. Probably not quite up to today's standard, but at the time probably would have been considered, about the best you could get. So we'll give him a little bit more speed because he's on a passenger service. And we'll bring him round to the station. Nice gentle pace. There we are. We'll slow him down a little bit. Stop him about there. There we are. And now we'll get the little terrier out with his. I've got some of those. They're actually in British Rail livery, but they're old. Well, presumably old Great Eastern six-wheelers, but they're kind of a generic design, so they could be from any railway in the late 19th century, early 20th, I suppose, and these lasted until the 50s. These coaches on the Great Eastern or Eastern region. So let's get this little terrier going. A little bit quieter. This one seems to have more, well, I mean the prototype had more detail on it, I suppose, so it's got some nice detail there. Perhaps slightly clumsy by today's standards, but it's still a good model in my book. And the amazing thing with these two engines is I've got them both for £22.50 each, but they were both non-runners, and the only thing wrong with them was they were seized up with the original Hornby lubricant in the gears, which had set like toffee, so they couldn't move. So I just cleaned all that out and I just put a little bit of oil on them, and I never put gear oil on my locomotives. I just use sewing machine oil or something similar, very light oil. So, and these are just the right size for these carriages for this locomotive. And oh, I've got to do it, haven't I? I've got to get the magic wand out and make the lights go on in one of those carriages, so hold on a second, I'll get hold of that. Right, so as she comes by, I've got this magnet thing. Makes a good fridge magnet, actually, this. And then as I think it's the first coach, I've got the lights in. There we go. Look at that. Quite nice. Shame the others haven't got the lights in. So we'll bring this round and have a closer look at this one, because there's a bit more detail on it, and there's a bit more livery detail on it to look at as well. And we'll get that little Hornby pug going in a minute on the Super 4 track. So slow him down. So here we are. Very well applied livery, buffer beam number on there. lining on the wheels as well. Quite nice lining on the body, the boiler bands there. Quite a lot of detail on the boiler. The whistle is in black, which is a shame. That could have been brass, couldn't it? But it's plastic. But you've got a nice little chimney there. Not sure if that's plastic or a copper bit. Nice detail in the cab. And already fitted with the vacuum pipes. You don't have to add those yourself. It does come with a crew. I don't think I'll be able to fit them in there though. I'm not sure. Yeah, so it's a very nice model. I think it came out in the early 2000s. Westinghouse pump there on that side of the cab door. Yeah, it's a nice little engine. Ideal for shunting as well, if you've just got a shelf layout, which I might turn to one day, I don't know. It's the ideal locomotive along with the other one, because they both seem to be very well, very low geared and ideal for slow speed. Nice detail on the windows. At the back there, the little toolbox on the back as well, lined. So all in all, quite a nice little engine. So we'll get him going again, and we'll have a quick look at the little Hornby Pug, which isn't a bad little engine. It's quite a smooth runner, as you'll see in a minute. Let's get this one going. And let's get the little Pug going. Ex-Caledonian locomotive. There we go. It's sort of a little bit of a start there, but it isn't too bad considering it's quite a basic mechanism. And it's got nice weight to it because the chassis and the footplate is all metal, so it has quite good traction really for a little one. Probably the best traction of all the Hornby 040s. So if you like little engines, this is a good one to go for. You can get them relatively cheaply as well. And let's have a quick look at it. Let's slow him down here. He's got a brass whistle. He's got brass safety valves. I think I touched in the handrail on the front there. So all the detail is there. I mean, you could go to town on that if you wanted to pick that out. I think they did on the anniversary edition. I think they did pick out all that detail on the smoke box door, which is quite nice detail. And you've got a little bit of cab detail. It's a bit dark here. Let's take it off the track for a minute and have a look. There we are. It's not bad detail, is it, in there for a little cheapie? Yeah, excellent graphics on it. Pretty simple livery, but what is there is very well done. So let's put him back on the track, and we'll set him off again. There you go. And he's quite happy, obviously, on these first radius curves, because he's just a little 040. I didn't put these ones on because they've got flanges on all the wheels, and it just seemed a little bit cruel to make them go round the first radius curves, because it did slow them down a bit, so I didn't persist with that. Perfectly fine on second radius. Okay, so what I might do for the next video is have a train set video. I've got a train set from the 80s I haven't shown, I don't think. Well, it's a good set with a high-mech diesel. I think they did the same thing. I think it's late 70s, early 80s. I think they did the same set with a B12 in LNER livery as well. So I might get that one out. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do for the next one. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you all later on. Bye for now.